Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Pod. My name is Marco.
My name is Catherine, and today we're talking about weddings.
That's right. We are having a wedding, but we're actually planning all the things out for the wedding.
That's right. So there are lots of things to think about when you're planning a wedding, and I don't think that the woman in today's dialogue has forgotten anything. Let's take a listen to the dialogue first, and we'll be back in a moment.
Trina, will you marry me?
Yes! Jared, of course I'll marry you.
Oh, babe, I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. I can't wait for all the adventures we're going to have, for all the fights and the laughter. I can't wait to grow old and wrinkly with you.
Oh, Jared, I can't wait for our wedding. I hope you don't mind, but I've already chosen a date. 6 months from now in the summer. Melissa saw you buying the ring last month, so I had plenty of time to start planning.
She what?
Oh, don't worry, sweetie. I didn't know when you were going to propose. It was still a nice surprise. As I was saying, I've got it all planned out. There's almost nothing left to do. I wrote up our guest list, and we will have roughly 400 guests attending.
400?
No need to sweat it. My parents agreed to pay for most of the wedding, which is going to be a low budget anyway. So roughly 400 people, which means that the hall at Northwood Heights will be our reception venue. I thought it would be nice if we had the wedding at your parents' church, and my uncle, of course, would be officiating. We'll meet with him soon for some pre-wedding counselling. The music for the wedding ceremony was a no-brainer. My stepsister and her string quartet will take care of that. My cousin will be the official photographer. I thought it would also be nice if his daughter could sing a solo. Did you know that she's going to be a professional opera singer? And then, of course, the ladies at the church would love to be our caterers for the banquet, and we'll get the youth group to serve us. I was thinking that your friend's band could be our entertainment for the night, though they might have to tone it down a bit. Or we could hire a DJ. Your sister's husband could get us a discount with that company that does the decor at weddings. What's their name again? I was thinking that we could have an island paradise themed wedding, and our theme colour would be a soothing blue like aquamarine, and there will be a huge seashell on the wall behind the podium where we'll make our toasts. What do you think of small packages of drink mixes for our wedding favours? Who else am I missing? Oh, your uncle could be our florist, and his wife could make our wedding cake.
Oh, wow.
See, it's going to be wonderful. Oh, this wedding is going to be everything I ever dreamed of.
If I survive the next 6 months.
All right, we're back. So she talked a lot. So there are a lot of words and phrases here that we're going to take a look at. So let's start with a couple of them on language takeaway.
Language takeaway.
All right, so on language takeaway, why don't we start off with the first word? And the basic one, before you start to plan a wedding, the guy needs to propose.
Or the woman. Let's be 21st century here. Normally it's the man, but to propose in this instance means to propose marriage. So basically this is the part where someone gets down on his knee and he says, you know, sweetie pie, I want to be with you forever. Will you marry me?
Right.
To propose.
So to propose is to ask someone to marry you.
That's right.
But it can also mean something else, right? To suggest.
That's right. So I could propose an idea. Or I could propose a plan. But in this case, to propose has another meaning, and it's basically to ask someone to marry you.
Okay, very good. So now we've proposed to someone, so we need to start planning our wedding. And I think one of the first steps is you need to know how many people are going to be there and who you're going to invite.
That's right. So when you're planning a wedding, you have to think about the people that are going to attend the wedding. So you prepare a guest list.
Okay, so a guest list. Now, it's pretty simple, right? You have a list where you put everyone's name there and you know how many people are coming.
Exactly.
Okay, a guest list. Now you have your guest list, and now you need to pick a place where your wedding will be.
That's right. So we often talk about two parts to a wedding. The first part is the ceremony, the wedding ceremony. Maybe if you're religious, that happens in a church.
Okay.
But there's a party afterwards, and that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about a reception.
Okay.
A reception is basically the party part of the wedding where you drink and eat and listen to music and dance. So obviously for that, you need a space, a place to have the party, and we call it the reception venue.
Okay, a venue. So, as you said, the reception is the party and the venue is the place where you have it. Now, a venue is not a specific word, right? You can use venue for many different places.
That's right. So, for example, someone's having a concert. I can ask him, hey, what's the venue?
Okay.
That means, what is the theater, or where's this place you're going to have the concert?
Okay, so for example, a stadium can be a venue, or a restaurant can be a venue.
Exactly. So a venue is a place where an event can be held.
Okay, very good. So now we have our reception venue, we have our guest list, and the girl was talking about her uncle officiating. What does she mean by to officiate?
Okay, so like you said, the verb here is to officiate. Her uncle will be officiating. That means he will be the person who marries them. So maybe you've seen movies before where there's a priest who says, do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife till death do you part?
Right.
That person who says that, the person who asks the questions, he or she it officiates.
Okay. Officiates. So that's basically the action of marrying someone or leading the ceremony.
That's right. And in America, this isn't just anybody. Someone has to have
like a license
or has to be a priest and has to have the authority to officiate.
Okay. Very good. So that's a very interesting word there, to officiate. Now, moving on, when we talk about the food for the reception venue, well, we need somebody to cook it and prepare it, and that's when we hire caterers.
That's right. So a caterer is kind of like a cook, but a caterer basically arranges a meal for many people. And usually the person will bring the food to you. So, for example, if we're going to have a party, Marco, and we're going to throw it at a venue 10 miles away, the caterer will bring the food to us.
Okay. Okay, so that's a caterer. You get someone to cater your wedding.
That's right, or cater a party. So I've had parties before that I've called caterers to make the food for.
Okay.
So basically they work with me and I tell them the kind of food I would like and they prepare it.
Okay, very good. And now for our last part for the wedding planning. You have the food, you have the venue, you have everything, but you also need to decorate a little bit. And this is when you call a florist.
Florist. So this sounds a lot like flower, right? Florist, flower. And then that's basically what this person does. A florist is a person who prepares flowers or who cuts flowers and uses them to decorate.
Okay. So you go to the florist to buy flowers, roses, and different types of things. Okay. A florist. Very good. So 6 key words there that are related to planning a wedding. Why don't we move on now to a couple of phrases on Fluency Builder.
Fluency Builder.
All right, so this first phrase is a really good one. It's a little bit gross. We're talking about sweat. The woman in this dialogue says, hey, no need to sweat it. So what does this mean?
All right, so if you say to sweat means when you're running, you're doing exercise, it's hot, water starts to come out of your skin.
Yummy.
Right? But if the person says, hey, don't sweat it, or no need to sweat it, it's a colloquial way of saying don't worry.
Oh, okay. So we're not actually talking about sweat here.
No.
So maybe, Marco, you and I are working on a project together and I say, listen, Marco, I'm so sorry. I have a family emergency. I can't finish the project with you. Would you be able to help me out? I'm so sorry.
Sure. Don't sweat it. It's not a problem.
Okay. So don't worry.
Don't worry. Right. So if you tell someone to not sweat it, don't sweat it, or no need to sweat it, you're basically telling them it's okay. It's not a problem. Everything's going to be fine.
Great. So the next phrase here is also kind of relaxed. It's kind of laid back. So the woman is still describing some of the things she's prepared for the wedding. And she says, hey, listen, don't worry. The music was a no-brainer. Okay, no-brainer.
Okay, this is really easy. Well, your brain is inside your head, right? So if you say no-brainer, it's basically saying you don't have to think about it too much, or it's very easy, very simple.
Okay, so I was deciding on where to go on vacation, and the options were Thailand or Antarctica.
That's a no-brainer.
Right.
Thailand.
Obviously, I want to go where it's sunny and warm. So a no-brainer means I didn't even have to think about it. It was that easy.
Right. The decision-making was a no-brainer. All right, so for our next phrase, the girl was also talking about the music. And she was talking about a band, maybe like a rock band. And she said, well, maybe they could play, but they would need to tone it down.
Okay, so this is a favorite phrase of parents, I think,
Yeah.
all over the English-speaking world, tone it down. In this case, we're talking about music. So maybe, like you said, the friend's band is a rock and roll band, and it's really loud and
Right.
angry and, in your face. But for a wedding, that's not appropriate. So to tone it down means to make it more appropriate for the occasion. So maybe less loud or
Right.
no offensive language or no swear words.
Right. That's basically what tone it down means, right? If someone says you need to tone it down, it's a little bit more direct. Yeah, like you said, if your parents tell you this, it's maybe because you're being a little bit too loud or you're yelling or you're being irrespectful.
Yeah.
So that's why your parents would tell you, hey, you need to tone it down a bit.
That's right. Or sometimes we have this in the office where someone doesn't understand how to communicate in a positive way. And so they say, oh, that paper you did was really bad. It was stupid. I don't ever want to see it again. Say, well, maybe you need to tone it down a little bit. Think about the words you're using
Right.
and make them a little bit less harsh.
So kind of to relax, to reduce your level of being aggressive, of being loud. That's to tone it down.
Exactly.
Okay, a lot of great phrases there. Why don't we now go back, listen to our great dialogue one last time, and we'll be back to talk a little bit more.
Trina, will you marry me?
Yes, yes, yes! Jared, of course I'll marry you.
Oh, babe, I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. I can't wait for all the adventures we're going to have, for all the fights and the laughter. Can't wait to grow old and wrinkly with you.
Oh, Jared, I can't wait for our wedding. I hope you don't mind, but I've already chosen a date. 6 months from now in the summer. Melissa saw you buying the ring last month, so I had plenty of time to start planning.
She what?
Oh, don't worry, sweetie. I didn't know when you were going to propose. It was still a nice surprise. As I was saying, I've got it all planned out. There's almost nothing left to do. I wrote up our guest list, and we will have roughly 400 guests attending.
400?
No need to sweat it. My parents agreed to pay for most of the wedding, which is going to be a low budget anyway. So roughly 400 people, which means that the hall at Northwood Heights will be our reception venue. I thought it would be nice if we had the wedding at your parents' church, and my uncle, of course, would be officiating. We'll meet with him soon for some pre-wedding counselling. The music for the wedding ceremony was a no-brainer. My stepsister and her string quartet will take care of that. My cousin will be the official photographer. I thought it would also be nice if his daughter could sing a solo. Did you know that she's going to be a professional opera singer? And then, of course, the ladies at the church would love to be our caterers for the banquet, and we'll get the youth group to serve us. I was thinking that your friend's band could be our entertainment for the night, though they might have to tone it down a bit. Or we could hire a DJ. Your sister's husband could get us a discount with that company that does the decor at weddings. What's their name again? I was thinking that we could have an island paradise themed wedding, and our theme colour would be a soothing blue like aquamarine, and there will be a huge seashell on the wall behind the podium where we'll make our toasts. What do you think of small packages of drink mixes for our wedding favours? Who else am I missing? Oh, your uncle could be our florist, and his wife could make our wedding cake.
Oh, wow.
See, it's going to be wonderful. Oh, this wedding is going to be everything I ever dreamed of.
If I survive the next 6 months.
Today, we are talking about something very happy and exciting: wedding planning. In this episode, you will learn about wedding traditions in countries like the United States, Canada, and some European countries. The language is simple and clear for beginner and elementary learners. Let's begin. Wedding planning in United States. In the United States, weddings are very special family events. Many couples plan their wedding for months, sometimes even 1 year before the big day. First, the couple gets engaged. The man usually gives the woman an engagement ring. After that, they choose a wedding date. Most weddings in the United States happen on weekends, especially Saturday. Many couples choose spring or summer because the weather is nice. Before the wedding day, there are some special events. Engagement party. Friends and family celebrate the couple. Bridal shower. This party is for the bride. Her friends give her gifts for her new home. Bachelor party. This party is for the groom. Bachelorette party. This party is for the bride. On the wedding day, the ceremony can happen in a church, a hotel, a garden, or on the beach. The bride usually wears a white dress. The groom wears a black suit or a tuxedo. The bride walks down the aisle with her father. Soft music is playing. Everyone stands up. It is an emotional moment. During the ceremony, the couple says their vows. They promise to love and support each other. Then they exchange rings. After the ceremony, there is a wedding reception. At the reception, people eat dinner. There is music and dancing. The couple cuts a big wedding cake. Guests give gifts. The best man and maid of honor give speeches. At the end of the night, the couple leaves for their honeymoon. Wedding traditions in Canada. Weddings in Canada are very similar to weddings in the United States. Canada is a multicultural country, so wedding traditions can be different depending on culture and religion. Many Canadian weddings include a white wedding dress, bridesmaids and groomsmen, a wedding ceremony in a church or outdoor place, a dinner reception with dancing. In some parts of Canada, there is a fun tradition called the dollar dance. Guests pay $1 to dance with the bride or groom. The money helps the couple start their new life. Food is also important. At Canadian weddings, guests often enjoy chicken or beef dinner, salad, cake, wine or juice. In French-speaking areas like Quebec, weddings may have French music and traditional French food. Because Canada has people from many cultures, you may also see Indian, Chinese, Italian, or Middle Eastern wedding traditions. Wedding traditions in Europe. Europe has many countries, and each country has different wedding traditions. Let's look at a few examples. Weddings in United Kingdom. In the United Kingdom, many wedding traditions are similar to American weddings. The bride often wears a white dress. The groom wears a formal suit. The ceremony can happen in a church or a special wedding hall. In the UK, there is a famous tradition. Something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. The bride wears something old for family connection, something new for a new life, something borrowed for good luck, something blue for love and purity. After the ceremony, guests throw confetti over the couple for good luck. There is also afternoon tea, cake, and dancing at the reception. Weddings in Germany. In Germany, there is a fun tradition before the wedding called Palterabend. friends break plates in front of the couple's house. The couple must clean up the broken pieces together. This shows teamwork in marriage. On the wedding day, the ceremony may happen at a city hall. In Germany, many couples must first marry legally at the city hall before having a religious ceremony. At the reception, guests enjoy traditional German food and music.
Weddings in Italy. Italian weddings are full of food, music, and joy. Family is very important in Italy. The bride may wear a white dress, but sometimes she also wears a green ribbon for good luck. Italian wedding receptions are long. There are many courses of food: pasta, meat, salad, dessert, wedding cake. Guests dance and celebrate for many hours. Wedding costs and planning. In countries like the United States and Canada, weddings can be expensive. Couples may spend thousands of dollars. They must plan wedding dress, venue, place, food and drinks, photographer, music, flowers, invitations. Some couples hire a wedding planner to help organize everything. In Europe, wedding costs can also be high, but smaller weddings are becoming more popular. Some couples prefer simple ceremonies with close family only. Modern wedding trends. Today, many couples choose outdoor weddings, beach weddings, small private weddings, destination weddings in another country. Some couples also write their own wedding vows. This makes the ceremony more personal and emotional. In Western countries, both men and women usually work together to plan the wedding. It is a shared responsibility. Conclusion. Weddings in the United States, Canada, and Europe are joyful celebrations of love and family. Even though traditions are different, the meaning is the same. Two people promise to love and support each other for life. Wedding planning can be stressful, but it is also exciting. Families come together, friends celebrate. Everyone shares happiness. Thank you for listening to today's episode of Daily Life Wedding Planning. If you enjoyed this episode, listen again and practice your English. See you in the next episode.